Hey guys, it's Alyssa, the hopeless romantic redhead.
And I'm Danielle, the whodunit detective.
And welcome to Main Character Syndrome. If you feel like you are the main character in your life, you are in the right place. Danielle, let's kick it off with a main character moment. Did you have one?
Let's see, this past week, maybe nothing too big. I will say recently went fishing. You know, I love a good fishing story. And I thought I caught the biggest fish in the world. I reel it up and I had a giant stick. But it was not just a stick. It was basically a staff. And it was like Gandalf's staff.
Oh, I saw on
Yeah.
Instagram.
It was ginormous. It was like probably 8 feet tall, and it had almost like a handle at the top. It was not an actual staff, but it was perfect for a giant.
That's amazing.
Yeah, so that's my main character moment.
So Silver Dollar City invited me out to the Sarah Evans concert. And so we did like a girls' night, like a media girls' night. It was so much fun. She invited us and we got to do like content, and then we got to actually watch the concert from VIP.
Cool.
That is like the coolest thing.
Definitely a main character moment.
I felt like the main character for sure. I was like, I'm the VIP today. This is fun. Like I can live like this.
Yeah.
I feel like how Blake Lively feels now.
Oh, really?
I'm a VIP, guys. Do you know who I am?
Do you know who I am?
Not really. Just joking.
But we all should feel like that sometimes.
We all should. Every day is a main character moment.
Exactly.
And every moment is a main character moment. So, you know what? Have the big ego.
Mm-hmm.
Do what you want to do. All right. In today's topic, we are talking about books being made into movies or TV adaptations in honor of It Ends With Us and Wicked coming out in November.
Yeah, I'm excited for all of these movies and movies coming from these books. We have TV shows, we have movies, and there's a pretty good list. So something for basically everyone here.
Mm-hmm. And did you actually know that Wicked was a musical, but it was also based on a book, which my friend Caitlin is reading right now, and she says that I need to read it because it's really interesting. It is by, one moment, please. Goodness.
Drum roll.
Anticipation's
killing me.
Gregory Maguire. And he wrote the book Wicked, which is what the musical is based off of.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I've actually never even seen the musical.
Oh, it's amazing.
I've heard. So here in Springfield, we actually get some really good shows come here. So I'm hoping that comes here. If not, my main character moment is going to be I'm going to make my husband fly me to New York City or something to go see this.
Is there room in your luggage? For me?
Yeah.
I can fit
I have
carry-on.
A really large suitcase. So yeah, I think you could.
You gotta fit all your shoes.
I have a lot of shoes.
Yes.
And a lot of clothes.
It's a running joke. Danielle has more shoes than I am, and that's saying a lot. Okay, so Wicked is coming out in November. I have seen the musical, and I am pumped for this movie.
The trailer looks so good.
Ariana Grande.
I don't know that I liked that casting.
It was such an interesting casting for me because Kristen Chenoweth played the original Glinda. And so taking that role and putting it in Ariana Grande and seeing how she's going to create that character is going to be interesting.
I mean, she started off as an actress, so she does have that experience. And she is a great singer.
She is.
So I'm excited to see how her acting is in this role. And it looks very interesting.
Yeah. I'm excited to see how they take like The Wizard of Oz, because that was made in the 90s?
No, way earlier than that.
Was it? Let's see. The Wizard. I'm looking it up on Google. Oh my gosh. Just kidding. Not the 90s. I am way off. 39.
I was like, wait a second.
1939. So this book was made in 1939, and then this movie. And then this movie coming out in 2024 is going to be kind of the same storyline, but completely different. So it's going to be Wicked. And so I'm interested to see like how the graphics look and how they create different scenes from the musical and the book to the movie.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting.
That'll be a good one to see. And when does that come out?
That comes out in November.
Great.
So
I have one. I've actually never read this book, but when I was just kind of looking online, getting a few more ideas, I saw this one, and it's called Uglies, and I've actually seen the trailer for it.
Yes.
It comes out
Mhm.
on Friday. This is September 13th.
Mhm.
Friday the 13th.
Yeah. And Joey King is in it. It's actually Netflix. You said The Uglies, right?
Yes.
Yes, it's on Netflix. Joey King is in the cast.
Mhm.
So is Chase Stokes from Outer Banks.
Yes, he is.
So this is going to be really interesting.
But I haven't read the book, so if I want to watch it, I'm gonna need to pause and
I
read
almost
the
feel
book
like
first.
I want to read the book now.
Mhm.
I didn't even know it was a book, honestly. I didn't really
I had
read
never
or
heard of
hear
it
about
before.
it.
Yeah, I guess because it wasn't on Book
Yeah,
Talk.
thanks, Book Talk. You guys prepared us for nothing.
Yeah. Another one that I haven't read yet, but is also going to TV, 6 episodes, The Perfect Couple.
Ooh.
So that's coming out. I know that I've seen that
Mhm.
that's also a favorite. But obviously, elephant in the room, hello, Fourth Wing.
Yes. We just got the showrunner for Fourth Wing. It's going to be made in the Amazon MGM studios. Moira Wally Beckett is the showrunner.
Okay. What does that
And
mean?
so she's a showrunner. It's like you need the showrunner before you do casting, before you hire script writers. Like
Okay.
they're in charge of everything.
Okay. So this is in the works.
Yeah. So it's in the works.
We're getting there.
We are getting Fourth Wing.
And it's going
as
to be
of right now.
a TV series. Am I right?
Correct. On
Okay.
Amazon.
Good.
So
we can make it last longer.
yes, exactly. And I feel like that's what the series needs, especially since it's ongoing.
Mhm.
I mean, they did it with Pretty Little Liars. Granted, they took that train and
That
went off
went
the tracks.
way long.
That went way longer than the original series, but I'm hoping that the books can come out in time for the series to work with the books and Rebecca Yarros. Because there are times where TV series can come out 6 months. Like Pretty Little Liars had a different season.
Game of Thrones, I think that's a very popular one where they kind of, they did the last season themselves.
Oh, that is a sore subject for a lot of people.
Yeah, people are like, we need a full remake.
Yeah. Honestly, I thought HBO would do a really good job with Fourth Wing because of the dragons and, Game of Thrones, Fourth Wing, kind of the same, world, basically, just different, like not super medieval, but still like technology isn't a thing because they still have scribes and they still like have paper.
Yeah.
So it's kind of interesting, but I'm really excited to see what they do. Now that they have the showrunner, they can start writing scripts and maybe Fourth Wing. I mean, the showrunner is just the start of everything. We're not going to get Fourth Wing next year. Probably not going to get it in 2026.
Yeah.
But maybe 2027 or 2028.
28 is long. They need to go faster than that.
Well, look how long it took them to do Stranger Things. But it's amazing.
Yeah.
So do you want it quick or do you want it good?
I'm the main character, so I want both.
I want it both. Make it happen, Rebecca and Moira.
You'll love this. Malibu Rising and Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo.
Yep.
Taylor Jenkins Reid. Several of her books are being made into TV shows, or The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo is being made into a movie.
Yes, that was actually on my list, and it's actually going to be on Netflix.
Yes. Oh, really? Netflix?
Yep.
Both the movie and the TV show?
The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. Okay. I don't know about the
Malibu
TV show.
Rising,
yeah. Malibu Rising. I heard that was going to be made into on screen, but I didn't know any details about that one.
I saw TV, and I will preface all of this, even though we've talked about several things now, that, I could make a mistake. Maybe, we're in the early process. Things could still change.
Yes. And also, if it's been optioned to be a TV show or a movie, it is not set in stone. Like, even if they have a showrunner for Fourth Wing, it's been evident with ACOTAR, things can change.
How's ACOTAR changed?
So ACOTAR was picked up by Hulu. They had Ronald D. Moore, who was writing scripts. He has talked about in a recent Comic-Con that he has left that project.
Oh.
He left Disney to go back to Sony.
Interesting.
So ACOTAR right now is at a standstill.
No.
It's evident that when an option, it doesn't mean that it's out yet. So, they can even cast and just be like, well, we're dropping this project. Same with when they do a series and they do a pilot, they can easily drop it after the pilot, after the first season.
Pilots are so important.
So important.
They do focus groups before even like the pilot's released, I believe, and then the pilot's released, and then If that is good, people like it,
Yep.
then they make it. So basically, any pilot of Avatar or Fourth Wing that we see, we just need to act like it's great.
Has to be incredible.
Yeah.
And I think they will do a good job. I think
think so.
Amazon has some potential. You know, we've
Mhm.
got some Rebecca Yarros isn't going to give us crap material.
No, of course not. Another book club book that we had that
Mhm.
I know you recommended and you picked this
Mhm.
is being made, I believe, into a movie, The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. Did you know that?
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah.
Wow, that's going to be a really good one. That's going
Mhm.
to be interesting to see how they create that from the book and put that on screen.
A lot of time travel,
Uh-huh.
right?
Yeah, a lot of back and forth time travel, flashbacks. It'll be interesting. Taylor Jenkins Reid has had a lot of her books made into screen adaptations. Emily Henry has had a lot of her books picked up and
Several of them
optioned.
now.
So Happy Place has been optioned by Jennifer Lopez's production company, which when it's optioned, that just means like they're looking at it as, you know, we could be making this. And so that will be a Netflix series as of
For which one?
for Happy Place.
Really?
Yeah. So that'll be a Netflix series as of
How are you gonna
what
make
I
a
found on the
series out of
internet.
that?
I don't know.
Okay.
But they might add some extra
see.
things to it. People We Meet on Vacation has a cast. So it's made by 3000 Pictures. Brett Haley is the director. Tom Blythe and Emily Bader are the main characters.
How do you feel about that?
Tom Blythe, he was in Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes.
Okay.
I feel like he could do pretty good. It's interesting to have him as like the main character who's like good because I've only seen him as like a villain.
Yeah.
Emily Bader, I don't really know like what she's been in, but Beach Read has been also is going to be. I don't know if it's going to be a movie or a TV series, but it has been picked up by an author that you read a book, Yulin Kong. She is the director.
No way.
And you just talked about a book that you read by her.
I haven't read it yet, but it is on my summer TBR list.
Mhm.
Now we're getting into fall.
Mhm.
Okay, so I've stretched it a little long.
Get a move on.
But it is one that I want to read.
Mhm.
So that's so cool.
Yeah. So, and we had talked about how she was, you know, a movie director and producer, and now she's an author.
That's awesome.
But yeah, those three, Beach Read, People We Meet on Vacation, and Happy Place, are all set to be on-screen adaptations.
I thought I saw maybe a fourth potential, but I can't remember what it was.
It's possible. I mean, she's had a lot of success. Same with Colleen Hoover. Verity has been picked up.
Really?
Regretting You is casting. So Josh Boone from The Fault in Our Stars is the director.
Oh.
So I feel like he might do pretty good.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're casting for Regretting You. Verity is supposed to be on Amazon. Lessons in Chemistry is out right now, but it's on Apple TV. And I don't have Apple TV, so I haven't seen it. But I heard it's good.
I also have one from Apple TV that's already airing. It's called Presumed Innocent. I'm not going to give you the best description, but it's airing on Apple TV. Jake Gyllenhaal stars in it. I read actually the sequel to that book many years ago because I didn't know it was like a series. Like a
interesting.
series.
So you read the sequel
So
first.
I read the sequel without reading this book, but the sequel you could totally read without this one. So I'm very interested. It's a murder, basically, and it has to do with people who are in the law.
Oh, that's right up your alley.
Yeah, so it's a little murder mystery.
A book that I read in high school called Hush Hush. Shay Mitchell and Wolfgang Novogratz are the actors. Director Matthew Hastings. So yeah, that'll be huge. It's about I forget what the book is about. I read it in high school, so like 9th grade. But it's about like a fallen angel and there's romance and it's really cute.
Just by that picture alone, when you look it up, I'm like, oh, that's interesting.
But it's like not spicy at all from what I remember.
Well, you know, I'm totally okay with that.
Yeah. So, I mean, it looks kind of spicy, but it's like a young adult book.
This book is on my TBR list and I'm going to get to it. Hopefully soon. But The Housemaid is being made into a movie.
Yes, I'm reading that right now.
You are?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I need to start reading it.
Yeah.
Talk about it.
You do. It's actually for my TV show that I host right now, it's in our book club.
Mm-hmm.
And so that is the one that we chose.
Nice.
And I'm really excited to talk about it.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Yeah. It sounds really like kind of like a Lifetime movie kind of theme, because you have the housemaid who sees the perfect life of this family, wants the life of the wife. The wife isn't good to the husband.
Mm-hmm.
She's rich and kind of snotty. And the housemaid's like trying on her clothes and like trying to be her. And like,
Ooh.
it sounds like something I would see on Lifetime.
Yeah.
But I would eat it up because I love that stuff.
I wonder who's picking it up.
Yeah.
That would be a good.
As we know, It Ends With Us came out in August. I have to say, I was shocked when I saw Hunt from Grey's Anatomy as the dad who was the abuser.
Yeah, that was pretty interesting. Definitely a small role for him, but
Yeah, I think I was like culture shocked
yeah.
because I had consumed so much of Grey's Anatomy that I'm like, oh, it's Hunt.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, he's completely different.
I've only ever seen Hunt as Grey's Anatomy.
I know. So that was an interesting casting, but that has Blake Lively, Justin Baldoni. We all know the drama that happened with that. Just listen to our past podcast episodes. We went into good detail about that. But yeah, the fact that Hunt was the dad, I was like, wow, that was an interesting choice.
This is a book that I'm sure everyone or almost everyone has read, but was forced to read in high school. Animal Farm.
No, I never read it.
You never read Animal Farm?
No.
Oh my. Okay. Very popular book for school. It is just a short little thing, an allegorical tale based on the Russian Revolution. Stalin's rise to power takes place on a farm in England where the inhabiting animals revolt against their farmer for their own freedom, only to have their plans slyly spoiled by one of their own, unbeknownst to them.
Interesting.
So yeah, these animals, it's a full representation of this Russian Revolution.
Wow.
By animals. So,
did I already talk about One True Loves?
And I don't think so.
So One True Loves by Taylor Jenkins Reid. She's had a lot of her books made into movies and TV shows. It came out in 2023. I have yet to see it. I just found out that it was made into a TV adaptation. So I'm going to go watch that. But that's the one where I was talking about the couple where her husband, after a year of being married, went into a helicopter. The helicopter crashed and he was presumed dead because they couldn't find his body for 10 years. And then he shows up and he's like, I'm alive. Yeah.
So that's being made into a movie?
It is a movie. It's already out, 2023. Okay. So I'm going to have to go watch that.
Yeah.
Because I really loved the book, and I'm going to see.
Great.
I'm ready for a good cry, apparently, because we talked about books that made us sad. That was one of them.
Yeah. And if you've already watched Animal Farm, there's actually already been an adaptation. So I'm interested to see how they swing Animal Farm into 2025.
Yeah.
But Taylor Jenkins Reid, man, seems like she's
killing it.
Several.
I mean, if we look at authors that have had a lot of their work picked up, we've got Taylor Jenkins Reid, Colleen Hoover, and Emily Henry so far.
And then it used to be all of like Nicholas Sparks books. So.
And J.K. Rowling.
Duh.
But I don't know. Some of those too, like when you take the books to the movies, it is hard to get it just right, especially for readers and fans of that book to really love the movie.
I did not read Dune. My husband did. But we went and saw those movies. And as someone who didn't read the book, I thought it was awesome.
Yeah.
He read the book and he didn't have any complaints either. So Dune, he definitely recommended that to me too.
It's on my TBR. I want to read it before I watch it. So I haven't seen anything
You haven't
yet.
seen them? Okay. It's a huge book.
Yeah, I know. And I know that Zendaya is one of the main characters. And I love her. And I know she crushes any role that she plays. So I'm really excited.
She didn't have a huge role in the first movie. The second one, though.
Yeah. I just need to get through my TBR of like 300 plus. And just, if I could just like clone myself and read all the books that I want to, the world would be so much easier.
I could just quit my job and read all day.
Starbucks, anybody want to sponsor us? Because, you know, we could drink coffee the whole time that we do this podcast.
Yeah, basically.
Does anybody want to sponsor us so we don't have to work and we can just read all day? every day.
Wouldn't that be the life?
That would be.
My husband, I'll get him to sponsor me.
I love it. I love it. Well, if you guys are excited for any movies that are coming out based on your favorite book, or if you have a TV show you're looking forward to, please let us know on social media, or if anything that we talked about you want to talk about further. We would love to hear your thoughts and your comments. For now, to the readers who listen, we'll see you later.
Bye, everyone.